Now, I've watched the trailer at 0.25x speed and found 10 incredible hidden details that are going to crank your excitement to a whole new level. Plus, there's going to be some bonus details at the end. Number 1. Let's start with the best shot of the trailer where Superman is spinning like a tornado and blasting Lex Luthor's soldiers with his iconic heat vision beams. But here's the part most people totally missed. Krypto is in on the action too. While Superman's doing his laser spin move, notice Krypto is literally pushing soldiers into the path of the beams. He's running around like, nope, you're not getting away, and shoving them straight into the fire line. And this has to be one of the smartest tag team moves we've seen in a superhero movie. Superman doesn't even have to aim, Krypto's doing crowd control like a pro. Tell me that's not one of the most badass team-ups in comic book history. Number 2. When Lex, his girlfriend Eve Taskmaster, Ultraman, and the Engineer break into the Fortress of Solitude, notice the fortress is already fully erected above the ground, just standing there in the Arctic like it's been waiting for them. And that's weird, because normally it's hidden beneath the ice. You don't just walk up and fight it like a tourist attraction. So either Lex used some kind of tech, or reverse engineer Kryptonian signals to expose the fortress. Or just having Ultraman standing there might have been enough to trigger the defenses to stand down, because Ultraman might have been made using Superman's actual DNA. So if the fortress scans him, it will think, yep, that's Kal-El, and the doors will open. Number 4. During the kaiju fight, notice Superman briefly catches fire before he burns out due to his insane speed. We can see flames flicker across his suit, like his body is getting scorched from the intensity of the attack. But it only lasts for a second. Because Superman moves so fast, the flames literally burn up as it speeds through the air. Number 5. In this scene during the Battle of Metropolis, Krypto jumps in first and straight up bites off this soldier's helmet. Then Superman follows it up with a slick spinning punch, clearly using the spin to ramp up the force. The punch is so brutal, it docks 3 teeth clean out of the guy's bow. And if you look closely, his chest plate has LC on it, confirming these are Luthor Corp soldiers. But what I find truly beautiful is how those teeth actually bounce out the camera lens. Number 6. Let's talk about this mysterious long-haired figure. They seem to be in some sort of an underground dungeon or sewer. And the way he shoots his laser beam, this confirms this is Ultraman without his helmet. Now I genuinely believe the trailer was edited to bloat his face. The final cut in the theater will reveal the actual actor playing him. And please take this with a grain of salt. My theory is David Consuet will play this evil version of Superman as well. Think about it, if Ultraman was created using Superman's DNA, that it totally makes sense for them to look nearly identical. Number 7. The reddish tint around Superman's eyes could be from his extreme usage of heat vision. But hold on, this is Superman we're talking about. He doesn't just get puppy eyes every time he fires off a laser beam. So when I think happened here, he has gone head-to-head with Ultraman, the evil version of himself, and they've had a full-blown heat vision clash, pushing each other to their absolute limits. So this is more like a wound than a power-up. It's the kind of aftershock you only see when Superman meets someone who can actually match it. Number 8. The final trailer confirms that Ultraman and Hammer of Arabia are the same character, just in different suits. If you look closely, Hammer of Arabia fires off the exact same laser beams Ultraman uses later in the trailer. What this tells us is that Ultraman doesn't just show up out of nowhere, he evolves. He starts off in that bulky metal suit as a so-called Hammer of Arabia, probably deployed to wreak havoc in some foreign conflict. Basically a test run, a weapon. But later he ditches the armor and steps into a more refined suit, working directly with Lex Luthor. So we're gonna see a full upgrade arc for this villain. Also, in a new promo, we actually get to hear him speak for the first time. Number 9. In this shot, we get our first official look at Baby Joey. Baby Joe is Metamorpho's son, and the previous teaser, we've seen Metamorpho's wife, Sapphire Stag. So now that we see both his wife and son trapped inside this pocket dimension, it's pretty clear what Lex is doing. He's using Metamorpho's family as leverage, and that sets up the perfect foundation for a redemption arc. Here's how I think it's going to play out. Lex captures Superman and holds him inside this prison. He depowers him using kryptonite, which will be created by Metamorpho himself. Because remember, Metamorpho can generate any element. But eventually, Superman will break through to him, he'll convince Metamorpho to turn on Lex, and this moment for the trailer might just be the start of the Great Escape.